This glamorous world glitters like gold from the outside, but inside it has only rotten worms. This glamorous world, every single step that it takes is a step away from Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Allah has commanded in the Quran, Ku anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. Protect yourselves and protect your families from the fire. Those who have eyes and cannot see, they are captivated and seduced by the glamorous world. So leave them. Leave them. Let them live. But you and I, who do not want to eat rotten apples with worms in them, we do not want to lose faith in Allah. What do we do? The answer is to be found in Surah Al-Kahf of the Quran. The answer is to be found in Surah Al-Kahf of the Quran. And Allah speaks about young men. إِنَّهُمْ فِتْيَةٌ آمَنُوا بِرَبِّهِمْ وَزِدْنَاهُمْ هُدًى. These were young men who had faith in Allah. And because of the manner in which they responded to the world in which they were living, Allah caused their faith to increase. They stood up and defied the godless world and proclaimed their faith in Allah regardless of consequences, because these were young men. When you're looking for a husband, my daughters and granddaughters, look for someone with a backbone made of steel. Don't accept someone with a backbone made of recycled paper. No. These were young men who stood up and defied the godless world and proclaimed their faith. Proclaimed their faith in Allah, defying the godless world. When you stand up to them, then they will target you. If you never stand up, no, sheikh, I can't stand up. If I do, I'm not going to get a US visa anymore. I can't travel to the United States, Britain anymore. They're going to put my name on a no-fly list, sheikh. If I stand up, I might lose my job. If I stand up, I won't get a promotion in my job. How can I do that? If I stand up, my business might collapse. Yeah, this is how recycled paper talks. But when you have a backbone made of steel, then you will say, Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. I live for you, I'll die for you. That's a man. The rest are boys. So what these young men did was they stood up and proclaimed their faith. You know, Indonesia is like that. The Indonesian is a man. MashaAllah. He stands up for his faith. That's why Indonesia is so miserably poor today. That's why. So when they stood up, proclaimed their faith, then they were targeted. What did they do when they were targeted? وَإِذِ اعْتَزَلْتُمُوهُمْ وَمَا يَعْبُدُونَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ فَأْوُوا إِلَى الْكَهْفِ. Flee. Leave the town. Withdraw from the city. Get out of it. They fled to the cave. We say to you, flee to the remote countryside. Build a Muslim village. يَنْشُرْ لَكُمْ رَبُّكُمْ مِنْ رَحْمَتِهِ وَيُحَيِّ لَكُمْ مِنْ أَمْرِكُمْ مِرْفَقًا. Allah will help you. Allah will protect you. And so our final word to the young people in the glamorous world is that this world is a full which inside of it has deadly poison. And the best way to protect yourself is to withdraw from it and go to the remote countryside. Alam takun ardullahi wasi'a. Is Allah's earth not wide? You can find somewhere on Allah's earth where you can be faithful to Allah. When you do that, then Allah can help you and you can preserve your faith. And we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may guide you now as you do your homework. What's the homework? Malakat yad. How can a man or a woman today become malakat yad legally? How? When slavery no longer exists legally. That's your homework. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.